Dear children, happy to meet you in Learn English from Kannan channel, and we discuss today the poem A Legend of the Northland. In the poem A Legend of the Northland, the poet tells us that we should never be selfish or greedy and must help others at the time of necessity. It is also an advocacy to the selfish people that the selfish people may get their punishment severe, just like the woman in the poem who turns to be the woodpecker just because she was being a selfish. And the poem is the ballad in nature, and it narrates a story. The ballad tradition was very popular in the olden tradition of poetry, where it was sung orally and then passed on to the next generation. Each ballad has a story theme to reveal, and this poem A Legend of the Northland also not an exceptional. It conveys the theme not to be a selfish person, and the punishment would be severe for more than what you expected. The title signifies that it is the legend from the Northland. A legend is a story coming down from the past, especially one regarded as a historical, although not a verifiable. It is a matter of fact that there is no such country in the name of Northland in the world. Northland refers to a cold country which is situated in the North Pole area, which remains in the severe cold during the winter season. Let us discuss the poem in detail. The poet says that the Northland is far, far away from geographically, where you have very less hours during the day and so long nights during a long winter. The people who live in this area cannot sleep well because of the intensive cold which disturbs their sleep. So whenever it snows in the Northland, people use sledges with the help of the reindeer. These sledges are successfully managed by the swift reindeer. Since the cold is intensive, the children remain in fur clothes who look like beer cups, especially when they are in their funny clothes. Since the night is so long, the parents engage the children with the stories. The parents tell the children curious stories. The stories that the parents are told are very strange to believe. The poetess does not believe in this authenticity, but she confirms that each story that the parents tell to their children have a moral or ethnic, which is very, very important to build a character in child. Each tale has a deep moral teaching which is so important to learn or a shape of the morality in human beings. So once in a world lived a good Saint Peter whose duty was to preach morals to the people as he walked far off places, as this would be the daily customary. So the poet believed this story as curious because he did not believe the story for himself even. The long travel around the world made him tired, and he was looking for someone who could provide something to eat. He was happy to get the sight of the cottage. He found a woman there, and the woman was making cakes for sale. She prepared delicious cakes and baking them all on the hearth, a fireplace. As the saint was fainting due to the fasting for the day, which was done for the day honestly, he asked to the woman to part a single cake out of the stores of the cakes. The woman was a miser and greedy who made the cake for a very little size and put it in the baking pot. After the cake was baked, and then she looked it and then thought that it was too large for her to give away to the saint. Therefore, she prepared a second cake which was smaller than the previous one. After it was being baked, and then she turned to look at the cake which was to her too large than the first one. This time she was very clever. She took a very tiny scrap, that is a piece of dough, and then that is cake mixture, and then she rolled it many times to make the thinner and flat, and then she baked it to a thin as the wafer slice. And even after she made a very smaller wafer cake, her greedy mind was not permitting it to part with a saint or anybody else for this instance. One thing is clear here. Whatever the cake that she prepared for herself, all seemed to her in very small size, however they are bigger in size. But when it came to giving away to somebody, it was too large for her to give away. She went to the extreme greedy aspect of thinking of the cake and put it back to the shelf. This incident was enough to provoke a saint. Yes, the good saint who had done all the goodness to the needy people became angry and spelled the punishment for the woman. The saint cursed the woman as he was hungry and faint, and he said that she was too far selfish in the form of the human beings. And she had enough food and then a shelter also to live warmly, yet her heart is very small for others. As a punishment for her selfishness, the saint pronounced his curse upon the selfish woman. He said that she should build her house as like the woodpecker would do in the log, and then she should also get her scanty food as like the woodpecker which struggle a lot to get its day food. And she would be seen boring and boring, meaning making a hole in the log all the time with the help of the peck in the hard, dry wood. The woman did not speak a word. She went up to the chimney and then changed herself to a woodpecker. She became a woodpecker with a scarlet colored cap on her head, and the rest of her clothes changed to a coal, like a black in the flame. The school boys in the country would sometimes notice the woodpecker which lived in the wood, and they found her all time busy in boring in the wood for the scanty, very less warm to be found and then eaten. The tales are purposefully told by our ancestors to all of us. The message which we learned from the poem is that we should never be selfish. We must help the needy people in time. The underlying meaning of the poem is also that God's punishment is always very severe in an unimaginable way. Thank you.